Hello, Best Life Explorers.
Hi everyone, I'm Namiko.
I'm Amanda.
In our previous video, we talked about the tips for the Jeju Fantasy Bike Pass. So if you haven't watched that video, please watch that one first before you watch this one. Okay, so Amanda, what made you do this bike pass to begin with?
It's kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it really, really short. So my whole life, I've been kind of sedentary. So I would say my fitness level was very low, typical American, overweight. And so recently, probably within the last 5 years, I have progressively gotten my health back online and have gotten more physically fit. And this has been something that I have always wanted to do, a multi-day bike trip. So it was on my bucket list of things to do, but I never really had any friends that were fit enough or interested enough to do it with me. Which brings me to Namiko. Why did you agree to do this trip with me?
So as you heard me saying in the previous video, Amanda is the one who introduced me to the world of road biking. And then it's been 1 year since I'm doing the biking, and then it's just really fun. And then before Amanda talked about this bike pass, definitely I didn't know about this. But when she told me about this one, it just sounded really exciting. And then as me and as a person, I love to do the challenges, the new experiences, something not many people do. I love to do those. So I was like, sure, why not?
Yeah. So I asked Namiko, she said yes. And then that kind of brings us to the purpose of this video, which is what do you need to do in order to make a dream become a reality? So this is like a big adventure. So it did take a lot of steps that we went through in order to make this happen. It didn't just happen overnight. Most important thing that you need to do when you've decided that you want to achieve a goal or check off something on your bucket list is to do what?
Set the date. If you don't set the day, and if you say, okay, someday I will do it, that someday will forever someday.
Yeah, it never becomes today.
Yes.
Right?
So you really have to set the date.
Yeah, set the dates. Yeah, definitely number one. Agreed. Each task should have also a due date.
Due date,
well.
Yes. Who does what by when? That's
right.
really the key.
Right.
Yeah. And then make each other accountable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To do it. Share the progress and have fun in the process as well. Really.
Yeah, the process can be fun because you can make every little goal, did you book the hotels? Did you rent the bicycles? So everything can be, oh, great, let's go have dinner and celebrate that we've taken one more step. So don't be afraid to give yourself those little rewards along the way. Because we did.
We did a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
We did most of the planning at nice cafe.
Yes.
Having good dessert and coffee.
And take consistent steps along the way. Don't let big gaps of time pass without taking some sort of action. So you have to keep the goal in mind. Okay, so let's say you've taken all of your action steps and you and your companions are ready. It is D-Day. It is the day that this event happens. One thing I want to stress for everybody when you're doing this is that when it comes the time to actually experience and live this goal, this dream, please, for yourself, make sure you are fully present and that you are not split between thoughts of work or thoughts of family or thoughts of different things that are happening in your life. You want to be fully present to experience the moment.
Right. So Amanda, now, we've done this, this really the D-Day, right? How was this adventure? How was this experience? Is this, physically, mentally challenged more than you expected? Yeah. How was it?
It was far more than I imagined. right? Before you've done something and something you've just never experienced before, you have a limited range of knowledge. You don't really know. But after doing this, I would have to say that the experience has meant more to me mentally and physically than I could have ever imagined, right? Because I made myself be fully present. I didn't try to think of too many different things. When I was doing the hard pedaling, I was thinking the hard pedaling and I was feeling it in my body. So I wasn't trying to think about something else. I really wanted to make it right there, be right there in every minute of that time. So
that's right. That's what, we've been talking last week when we were doing this, we are finally doing this, we should be in the moment. And that was really, really, truly what we've been doing.
What about for you?
Definitely, I think, same, very similar. Oh, I was really excited and then nervous at the same time because again, this was also a new experience for me. Mm-hmm. But once I starting doing it, I just really, really enjoyed. I think the reason is because, as Amanda said, I was just 100% in it. We are all busy person. So, tend to be distracted by the work, or maybe I need to check my emails. But luckily or unluckily, I couldn't bring my computer because it's too heavy, right? So I physically didn't have the access to my email. So that was really good that I can fully focus on this particular moment and then enjoy that. So that was just perfect experience.
Yeah. So I guess the takeaway here is that being fully present made all the difference. Okay, so let's say you finished your challenge like we did, and you go back and you think, did I learn anything that I need to remember? Did I learn anything that was special or meaningful for me? So, that's what we did as together. So Namiko, can you share what you learned about yourself?
Sure. So Amanda probably, as you know, right? I'm really organized person. I love to have all the tight, schedules and everything is planned. This needs to be done by this and that, right? But as you can see from what we've been talking for this trip, it just, we couldn't plan ahead because, we don't know how far we could go, what the weather would be. So we really have to be, flexible. That was just the nature of this trip. And then I actually enjoyed it. Not knowing what's going to happen, being flexible and adjust, whatever happening. So that was really big aha moment. Oh, I love to plan, but also, I can enjoy the flexibility.
When it's necessary.
When it's necessary. Yeah. And then that opens up, new world. I can, try to do this type of trip and I would love to do more. So that was a great learning.
Yeah, I would say.
How about you?
Yeah. I'm also more of an organized person, but this was again very nice. It was very pleasant not to have any set plans and know that we could just cycle until we didn't. We found a really nice place we wanted to stay. So that was really good for me too. But another thing for me is that because this is one of the first types of adventures like this that I've ever done, I wasn't sure really if I could do it. I mean, when it came down to it, it's like, I'm going to try, I'm going to give it everything I've got, but I wasn't sure. I didn't really have that proof. Yes, you can do this, because I'd never really done anything like this before. So for me, it was a huge confidence booster, right? Yes, I had to push past some difficult moments mentally and physically, but I did it. So it's like now I look back and it's like, I want to do so many more. I want to challenge myself more, do, different multiple day, either hiking, trekking, cycling, so now it's like, yes, I can really do this. So it's very important to go back after your experience and think about what did I learn from that.
That's very true. Yeah.
Okay, so let's summarize again what we've been talking about as to what needs to happen when you have a big goal and you want to make it a reality. So the first thing you need to do
is to set the date. Don't let the dream to happen in some day. Not gonna happen, so set the date for that dream. The second tips?
Second tip is to take consistent actions. And if you are doing it with other people, make sure everyone is assigned a task and that you get together on a consistent basis to make sure everyone is doing their part and that each step is being taken. And 3,
So when you are the day of having the dream, be in the presence. 100% be in the moment and enjoy the experience so that you can get out of the best from that experience.
Absolutely. And the last thing is that when it's all over with, make sure that you go back and you take some time to think about, what did this mean to me? And how do I feel about myself after this? Do I have more confidence? Do I need to work on a particular point that came up? Because sometimes when we're actually living the experience, we realize, oh, I'm a little bit weak in this area. I need to get better. Maybe be stronger mentally or, stronger physically. So those are key points to do too. It's not the time to criticize yourself. It's just a time to note without emotion that I need to work on this. So your whatever points come up in the end, make sure you are fully present there and you're writing it down so that you can make the most of the next big adventure.
So if you have any dreams or goals which are on your bucket list for a long time, pick one, set the date, and then share the progress with us so that we can learn from each other. And of course, we'll share our next adventure with everyone as well.
Yes.
Bye.